Are you feeling overwhelmed by the amount of time you have available in your calendar? Check out Agent Hacks right now.
The real estate industry is full of people doing things a certain way because that's how they always have been done. These are not those techniques. If you want to get punched in the throat with the most aggressive and innovative ways to generate business and run your real estate practice, check out Agent Hacks.
So as realtors, a lot of us feel overwhelmed by the amount of time we have in the day. Minutes are the most important currency out there. If you want to break it down to seconds, you can do that. I'm more of a minutes guy myself. Tom Ferry, big mentor of mine, coach. Google him if you don't know him. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's probably because you're underplanned, which I agree with to a certain extent. And in this case, we're talking about not having enough time in the day to run your appointments, trying to figure out where you're going to fit in your next client, trying to make quality time for your husband, wife, or kids, figuring out when you're going to exercise every day or get some downtime because everyone needs that. You can't work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not healthy. So when you have this feeling and it's centered around time, I want to give you some calendar planning hacks that come from a good friend of mine, Jeff Thibodeau with Redline Real Estate up in Canada. Jeff, looking forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for guiding me on this here. And it's how you want to prioritize managing your calendar. So the question is, when do you start planning your week? So a lot of people, they don't even plan their week. They'll plan their day the morning of or try to figure things out as they go when they're on the fly. That's a recipe for disaster. So step number one is the week before, plan out the rest of your week. So Friday or over the weekend, know what your week's going to look like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend appointments as well. My wife and I, we have a weekly calendar meeting at our house, and we put a reminder in my calendar because it won't happen otherwise, so that we can sit down, figure out what are the family commitments we have, what commitments do we have to each other, and what are the things that are going to be most important that need to go in the calendar. So one is plan your week out in advance. Two is prioritize the fun stuff, the things you want to do. And I'm not here telling you that needs to dominate your calendar. I'm a hard worker. I've taken appointments when I don't want to take them. It's happened to everybody. But there's things that you're not going to be able to miss. I have to pick up my daughter at dance class every week. I've got school functions with my son. I've got to pick up our youngest daughter at daycare. So those things need to go in the calendar first because you can't move them. The second thing to do is then plan out when you're going to go on appointments and when you're going to do your lead generation, because those are the key performance indicators. The number one indicators of what your business looks like is how many appointments you're going on, how many appointments you're setting, and how many people you're talking to. So you want to fit in your lead gen and when you're going on appointments. So you're probably sitting here thinking, well, I don't know when I'm going to go on appointments until the day of or the day before. Put an appointment slot in your calendar. Reserve 2-hour time blocks. 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7. Those are my 3 appointment blocks for the day, and I'm going to keep them available and give that 2 hours to every client that I meet with during those times, even if it's not a 2-hour appointment, because there's travel time and you're not going to get sucked into that 3-4 hour appointment that's way too long and doesn't need to be that long, and people running your calendar instead of you sticking to your time. So that's hack number 3. I kind of lost track here. The point is, plan in advance, fun stuff, important stuff, family commitments, then your lead gen and appointment setting, and when you're running on appointments. And then the rest of the stuff is you fill out the kind of the admin work. You can fill that in when you need to be returning client calls, when you're going to be writing contracts, appointment prep, all that sort of stuff. That can go in the rest, and then you've got your whole week planned out. So I just gave you a 4-step process to do it. And here's kind of the bonus hack is don't delete anything from your calendar. It shouldn't be deleted. It should get moved. So when you get that phone call and you're supposed to be prospecting, hey, I want to see this home right now. Can you do it? You go to your calendar. You see when you can move your lead gen time to fit in that appointment, and if it works, great. Because that's going to help you prioritize what's most important here. And even more importantly, I just said important a lot. That's how important this stuff is. More importantly, it's going to get you to a place where you're running your calendar, you've got a routine in place, and you know exactly what's going on, and you're no longer overwhelmed. You got questions about this? You know where to reach me. Thanks for watching.